Romance movies are a tried and true movie genre, one that has been around for decades. So many classic romance movies have come and gone, and every year there seems to be a new one that hits the big screen. However, not all romance movies are created equal, especially when it comes to the ones that give you butterflies in the stomach. I'm not talking about Disney Channel romances or even teen romance flicks of today. I'm talking about full-on romance films that leave your heart pounding long after they're over. It's time to take a look at some of the most heart-pounding romance movies of the last decade. Before we jump into our list of the most heart-pounding romance movies in recent years, let's take a quick look at a trivia question. Which movie starring Kirsten Dunst and Mark Ruffalo is about a couple whose relationship is tested when the man accepts a job as a professor in Alaska? A. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. B. Away We Go. C. The Kids Are Alright. Hang in there for the answer, and feel free to put yours in the comments below. Also, if you're not already, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell. And here we go! Number 10, The Vow. The Vow is a 2012 American romantic drama film that stars Channing Tatum and Rachel McAdams as a husband and wife who fall in love all over again after the woman suffers a head injury. The movie was directed by Michael Suzy, who also directed one of my favorite romantic films, Grey Gardens. When young artist Paige Rachel McAdams and her husband Leo Channing Tatum are involved in a car accident, Paige awakens from a coma in a hospital to find that Leo is lost to her. Desperate to reconnect with them, Paige must rely on her own strength and determination as she embarks on an epic journey of self-discovery. Number 9, The Lucky One. The Lucky One is a 2012 romantic drama directed by Scott Hicks and based on the novel by Nicholas Sparks. The movie stars Zac Efron, Taylor Schilling, and Blythe Danner, and follows a Marine who finds an adorable dog belonging to a beautiful young woman he just met. But then he goes on a mission to find the owner of the tags. While on his third tour in Iraq, U.S. Marine Sergeant Logan Tebow, Zac Efron finds a photograph of a woman he doesn't remember even seeing before. He becomes convinced it's a sign from God that he will fall in love with her when he returns home. After his honorable discharge, Logan seeks out the woman, Taylor Schilling, who is now attending college in Louisiana, and falls hard for her. He buys a home in her small town and pledges his love to her, but she doesn't feel the same way. As the two continue to date, Logan notices that she has a number of odd habits which make their relationships increasingly difficult. Number 8, The Spectacular Now. The Spectacular Now is a 2012 romantic comedy drama starring Miles Teller and Shailene Woodley as two high school seniors who fall in love over the course of one school year. The movie was directed by James Ponsel, who also directed one of my favorite movies of all time, Smiley Face. Suitor is an alcoholic teenager who tends to be reckless in his actions. He's been kicked out of 2 schools and is beginning his junior year at a new school in town with plans to get kicked out yet again before graduation. Suitor meets Amy at a party and immediately feels an intense connection with her. Soon they're spending all their time together as Suitor is trying to make up for lost time by being with the girl he feels like he's always meant to be with. But when Suitor discovers that Amy has some secrets of her own, he begins to question his feelings for her. Number 7, Crazy Stupid Love. Crazy Stupid Love is a 2011 American romantic comedy drama film written by Glenn Ficarra and John Requa in their directorial debut. The film stars Steve Carell, Ryan Gosling, Julianne Moore, and Emma Stone as 4 adults who struggle to find love in the midst of their chaotic lives. Miles, Ryan Gosling, is a single man who has made a life for himself as a ladies' man. When he meets the beautiful and mysterious Hannah, Emma Stone, he gets her phone number but loses it before they have a chance to connect. He learns that she's moving away soon and decides to try his luck through Facebook. He finds out that she's still interested in him but has been dating a guy who she thinks is the one. When Hannah's boyfriend dumps her, Miles realizes that this may be his chance to finally be with Hannah, but he has some competition in the form of another man named Jacob, Steve Carell, who may have something up his sleeve when it comes to getting Hannah back. It's a great movie. Number 6, Silver Linings Playbook. Silver Linings Playbook is a 2012 romantic comedy drama that's loosely based on a novel of the same name by Matthew Quick. The movie stars Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence as two people who meet in a psychiatric hospital and fall in love, and Robert De Niro and Jackie Weaver as the man's parents. The movie was directed by David O. Russell, who also directed one of my favorite movies of all time, American Hustle. Pat Solitano Jr., Bradley Cooper, has lost everything. his house, his job, his wife. He now finds himself living back with his mother, Jackie Weaver, and father, Robert De Niro, after spending 8 months in a state institution on a plea bargain. Pat is determined to rebuild his life, remain positive, and reunite with his wife despite the challenging circumstances of their separation. Along the way, he meets Tiffany, Jennifer Lawrence, a mysterious girl with problems of her own. Number 5. The Age of Adaline. The Age of Adaline is a 2015 American romantic drama film starring Blake Lively and Harrison Ford as a woman who hasn't aged in over a century. The movie was directed by Lee Toland Krieger, who also directed one of my favorite movies of all time, The Vicious Kind. A woman named Adeline Bowman, Blake Lively, has been living her life to the fullest since she was born in 1908 and stopped aging at 29. She has lived through some of the best and worst moments in history while trying to keep her secret as hidden as possible. However, she meets a man named Ellis Jones, Michael Huseman, who may be the one person who can put an end to her long life. Meanwhile, a young girl named Ellie Bamber, struggles with family issues of her own, including the fact that her father, Harrison Ford, is engaged to another woman. She also begins an unlikely friendship with Adeline Bowman, which will change both their lives forever. Number 4. Blue Valentine. Blue Valentine is a 2010 American romantic drama film written and directed by Derek Cianfrance. The film follows a married couple over the course of 16 years, from the time shortly after their wedding through the beginning of their separation. The movie stars Ryan Gosling and Michelle Williams, with supporting roles played by Mike Vogel, Faith Vladica, and John Doman. The film begins in the present day with Dean, Ryan Gosling, and Cindy Michelle Williams having a party for their daughter Frankie's birthday. They get into an argument about whether Cindy should stay at home or return to work. In a series of flashbacks, we see them at various stages in the relationship, starting with their first marriage as teenagers and ending in present day. Dean recalls how they first met at a carnival when Cindy punched him in the face for making fun of her to her friend Haley, played by Faith Vladica. At school the next day, Dean tells his friends Mikey and William about his encounter with Cindy. Before we get to the number 1 spot, let's take a look back at the trivia question from earlier. Which movie starring Kirsten Dunst and Mark Ruffalo is about a couple whose relationship is tested when a man accepts a job as a professor in Alaska? A. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. B. Away We Go. C. The Kids Are Alright. The answer is A. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind tells the story of a couple whose relationship is tested when the man accepts a job as a professor in Alaska. The movie was released in 2004 and starred Kirsten Dunst and Mark Ruffalo. While it wasn't a box office success, it has since developed into one of the most critically acclaimed romance movies of all time. Now let's get back to our list of the most heart-pounding romance movies of the last decade. Number 1. The Fault in Our Stars. The Fault in Our Stars is a 2014 American romantic drama film that follows 2 cancer-stricken teenagers as they fall in love and face the struggles associated with their illnesses. The movie was directed by Josh Boone, who also directed one of my favorite movies of all time, Stuck in Love. While Hazel and Gus are 2 very different teenagers, they share an acerbic wit, a disdain for the conventional, and a love that sweeps them away on a journey. Their relationship is all the more miraculous given that Hazel's other constant companion is unfortunately an oxygen tank. Gus also likes to joke about his prosthetic leg when they met and fell in love at a cancer support group. This movie was both sad and hilarious. It was beautifully shot, the characters were so lovable, and it's about 2 teenagers with cancer. Which is sad, yes, but it's so tragic and beautiful to see such young lives truly live life to the fullest with love. We would recommend this movie to anyone who enjoys drama, romance, or movies that will make you cry genuine tears. That does it for the top 10 most heart-pounding romance movies of the last decade. We hope you liked it. Agree or disagree? Feel free to leave a comment below. Also, be sure to subscribe, comment, and like this clip. We put out videos several times a week, so ring that bell to be notified when we post new content. Thanks for watching.